Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you a serious and important update about South Sudan. African unions or Africa leaders are now praising the government in Juba to prepare for real elections. They are also asking the government to consider releasing political detainees, including first by President Dr. Riek Machar. At the same time, refugees and displaced citizens are sending a strong message to President Salva Kiir. This is not just politics, this is about peace, this is about survival, this is about the future of South Sudan. Before we move on, please, I would like you to tap the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new update, you will be notified. Let's begin with this report. What happened in Addis Ababa? On February 15, 2026, African leaders met in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The meeting was held during the 39th ordinary session of the African Union. A special group known as the C5 led the discussion. The C5 is officially called the African Union High-Level Ad hoc Committee for South Sudan. This meeting was chaired by Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. Other countries involved include Algeria, Chad, Nigeria, and Rwanda. A representative from Intergovernmental Authority on Development, also known as IGAD, were also present. The purpose of the meeting was simple: to check whether South Sudan is ready for peaceful election in December 2026. Here is the main concern. The C5 leaders say they are deeply concerned. They warn that the political and security situation in South Sudan is getting worse. They fear that violence and tensions could destroy the 2018 peace agreement. That agreement is known as the Reply Peace Agreement on the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan. It ended 5 years of civil war. The leader demanded an immediate ceasefire, no condition and no delay. They also say rival forces must unify into one national army. This unification was promised in the 2018 peace agreement or 2018 peace deal, but progress has been slow. Without security reform, there cannot be credible election in South Sudan. Let's look at the election preparation. The C5 told the government clearly the transition period must end by February 2027. There must be no more extension. South Sudan has postponed elections several times. The leader now say enough is enough. They call on the government of South Sudan to properly fund the National Election Commission, the National Constitutional Review Commission, and the Political Parties Council. Without money and political support, election cannot be free or fair. The African Union Commission was also tasked to help create a clear election roadmap and find technical and financial support. In simple words, the world is watching. Here, the issue of first by President Dr. Machar. One of the strongest points in the declaration was about Dr. Riek Machar. Riek Machar has been under house arrest in Juba since March 2025. He was accused of link to violence in Nasser Upnal state. He is facing treason charges before special court in Juba. The C5 asked the government to consider releasing political detainees, especially first by President Dr. Riek Machar. They say this could build trust before election. However, the government of South Sudan in Juba responded quickly. Information Minister Aten Wekaten say Dr. Riek Machar's case is in court. He say politicians cannot decide his fate. According to him, the suggestion came mainly from Nigeria, not from the entire C5 group. Meanwhile, President Salva Kiir remained president and head of the transitional government. The political rivalry between Kiir and Machar has shaped South Sudan politics for many years. Why international involvement? The ceasefire also called for the appointment of an African Union High Representative of Special Envoy for South Sudan. This person would work alongside IGAD and the United Nations. The goal is to guide the peace process and ensure agreements are respected. The leader also asked international donors to increase humanitarian assistance. They warned that insecurity is making an already bad humanitarian crisis even worse. Let's look at the civil society response. Civil society group reacted to the declaration. Edmund Yakani, head of CEPO, welcomed the decision. He said it met the expectation of civil society, but he warned that political will is the biggest problem. He explained leaders must show real commitment, not just making promises. He reminded everyone that previous peace commitments were delayed or weakened. Let's look at this message. A message from refugees and displaced people. This is a strong message to President Salva Kiir. Now we turn to a powerful message coming from refugees and displaced citizens. Many South Sudanese who return home from refugee camps in Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda say they feel betrayed. They came back believing the country was moving toward peaceful election. They believed they would finally choose their leader freely. Instead, many say they were displaced again. Villages in part of Jonglei have reportedly faced violence. Refugees strongly condemn President Salva Kiir. They say he has the power to stop the suffering. They are calling on him to order the SSPDF to stop attacking SPLI opposition. They demand an end to attack on civilians. They say targeting civilians with gunship, burning homes, killing elderly people, killing children, and bombing health facilities will not bring peace. They say force cannot control people forever. Fear cannot create legitimacy. Burning villages will not win elections. Displacing civilians will not silence voters. Many believe that violence discourages participation in elections. But refugees are sending a clear message. Peace must come first. Without peace, elections have no meaning. South Sudan is the world's youngest nation. Its people have suffered too much. The message from African leaders is clear. Prepare for real elections. Unify the army. Respect the peace agreement. Build trust. The message from refugees is also clear. Stop the violence. Protect civilians. Let the people choose their future. Now the question remains. Will the leader listen or will the cycle continue? This Changfied News will speak for truth. We speak for peace. We speak for the people. If you believe in peace for South Sudan, like this video, share it and subscribe. Let your voice be heard.